Recorder. There we go. Let me say good morning one more time for the recorder here. Today is Friday, June 14th, 2024. Hello, traders. How are you? Man, I'll tell you, we sure have a mixed market, is what I would say. Yesterday, I made mention a couple of times that struggling traders and new traders really need to really think how much you want to get into this market today, right now. I'm not trying to say, don't trade or anything. It just, is this your market? Ask yourself, what's your edge? And if you can justify your edge, and by the way, your gut is not an edge. Politics is not your edge. News is not your edge, just so you know. But if you can justify your edge in trading, then share it with everybody, because maybe somebody needs an edge. And right now, I don't think a whole lot of people have a whole lot of edge in this market. And it's because it's just so darn choppy and very mixed, very, very mixed. So here's the SPY. The SPY is clearly in a bullish trend. There is no question about that. I mean, nobody can argue that at all. And if you do, bring your lunch, because you're going to need a big one with me. That is a bullish chart every which way from Sunday. If you take a look at the Qs, that is insanely bullish. Now, when we talk about bullish charts, when I talk about bullish charts, what I'm talking about is, what's the trend doing? I really could care less what the immediate is doing. That's all about trading. That's all about learn how to read the candlesticks, learn to recognize you're insanely overbought. And there's such a likelihood of a pullback right now. It's not even funny. It's insane how overbought we are right now. But overall, we're bullish. So, this is what makes it kind of tough to trade. Everything looks so bullish. You see a lot of people buying, and buying. But yet, we need to have a little caution up here. Not everything is a buy, and not everything is a short. As an example, you look at the diamonds, we're doing horrible, and there are plenty short setups out there that could be had, but not everything is a short. And this is where we start getting in a little bit of trouble, is the market is pulling. It's pulling itself apart right now. And, now that sounds pretty negative, I guess. The market's pulling us where some people will say, well, this is a stock picker's market. I call BS on you on that one. This is a market that's crazy right now. So treat cautiously, really cautiously. Take IWM. IWM is on the verge of dying and on the verge of living. It's on this edge right now. It's just it's walking a tightrope is what it's doing here. I completely recognize that, hey, we're under the trend indicator, the T-line's under the trend indicator, price is under the 50-period moving average. I get that. That's bearish by most of our standards here. But if you look at this weekly chart, that's still a pretty bullish chart overall. The price is just insane. It's sideways, going nowhere. It's choppy, and this is what makes trading so difficult. Do you chase the short? Do you chase the long? What do you do there? So this is why I say the number one job in trading is not to make money. For those that think it is, the number one job in trading is to preserve your capital. Number two is learn how to trade. Making money comes down the list a little bit. So sometimes you have to take a breath and honestly grow up and take a realistic view at the market. It's not gambling, although it is gambling. We're just putting the odds in our favor. There we go back to, are the odds in your favor right now? Is this a market that you have an edge in? So you have to ask yourself those questions. Anyway, with that said, here's some charts that we've talked about here recently a little bit, that I just want to kind of cover here on this Friday. Tesla's still acting pretty good. Get rid of the news. Stop listening to the news on it. Just follow the chart. We closed out Tesla yesterday. Good money, excellent money. Hit the dotted deuce up here. What do we expect? If you want a market edge, follow some of the things on the chart here. The dotted deuce there, it makes all the difference in the world. Just like the 200 period moving average. Major moving averages, for me, it's the best thing on a chart with price action. So we clobber that dotted deuce up there, took profits, let it set up again. Don't be in a hurry to get in it. Let it set up again. Okay. I'm watching that one. AEM, there's some gold that's not looking so good here. There's AEM that's setting up blue ice failure. Gold is kind of funny though. Gold can pop up just because everybody's a worry wart about things, and so be mindful of that. But right now, that is a short setup. GDX, same way. Short setup here, still moving down. Watch for those entries. We typically like that near the T line is what we like, near the black line. So, or near the dotted, or near the trend indicator up here, the red dots maybe. That 3/8 trap, something like that. Careful not to rush into things. Here's HUM. HUM, what a beautiful bullish chart. This is a nice rounded bottom breakout. This is looking fantastic here. HUS, look at HUS. That's still rocking here. Nice little flag setup, consolidation, trend line still working. Everything's still working there. Stop. A huge killer is if you buy something and you can't let go of it. You can't let go because you heard some news. Or a really good thing is I can't let go because now I'm so upside down on it. You know what? Kill it and use it as a lesson. Don't get so upside down on it. Don't be afraid to let go of something. I mentioned this here a couple of times a bit ago. The 70-30, that's what everyone would like to be here. I probably should make that red, huh? 70-30 win-loss ratio. That's pretty good ratio. I mean, everyone would like better, but this is pretty good. And, you can win 70% of your trades, but your 30% of your trades, if you lose and you just let those losers keep going, that's going to kick that butt right here big time. So you've got to cut those losses and let them go. So don't be afraid to do that in this market, because this market is so, it's just crazy right now. It truly is. It's pulling against itself at the moment. You've got these high flyers moving up, and then you've got charts that are not going anywhere. So you're chasing longs, chasing shorts. And anyway, I'm just finding this market very testing, very testing. Nvidia, this is the new kid on the block. This is the shiny star. This kid can do no bad at all. But yeah, it can. Not everything goes up. Now I'm still holding some Nvidia. I think it looks great here. But just take a look at that trend. At what point do you think it's going to pull back? I had a couple people email me, or I don't know, maybe they text me or something last night, that they bought some Nvidia. I'm not sure that this is the place to be buying Nvidia. I'm not saying that it can't go higher. It can, but at what point do you think it's going to come back to trend? And that's where we've got to be careful. Don't get caught, that FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, I'm gonna miss out on the big Nvidia move. I want Nvidia to go back to $1,000, and I wanted it, $1.30 here so that I can get rich. That's all fine and dandy, but it's going to pull back. All right, it's going to have its day. So don't get caught in that, that FOMO, fear of missing out. Let it set up for you. And right now, Nvidia it's stretched out. It's pretty stretched out. I think it still goes higher. Don't get me wrong. I think Nvidia goes up. I believe in this AI thing. I think it's here to stay. I think it's the new thing, and it's not going to go away. So there's going to be good money in it, but it's still a chart. It's still people trading it. It's still people taking profits. It doesn't change from that. So, be cautious on that. TJ Maxx is still looking pretty good here. A little stretched out from the 50-period moving average, I think. But as far as a chart goes, and I'm posting this in because somebody asked me about it late last night. On TJ Maxx, you've got these 2 wicks up here. If we start to see the breakout, that might be a buy there. Walmart might be setting up, or is it? Not everything has to be bought on the cheap. That's another thing that I see happening a lot is, I've got to buy, on the cheap, on that pullback. Walmart's not worth squat till it breaks out. All right, that's a very risky trade till it breaks out. You've got this nasty bearish engulf that's still staring you in the face. And until this thing is put behind you, that's risky. And ask yourself, if you wanted to buy Walmart and you bought it here, waiting for less than 2%, is that going to make a big change in your life? 1.5%. Here, get it broke out. There's 1.7%. If you bought it right now, over that big bearish engulf, 1.74%, is that seriously going to make a difference in your life? If it does, you shouldn't be trading. All right. Now that's some. Let's get down to the crux of things. Okay. Probably not the wise thing for me to say to people. I'm supposed to be bringing people into the membership. I want to be straight up here. Look, if 2% makes a difference in your trading, good Lord, you should not be trading. You should just go to Vegas. So let it do its job. Let it break out and set up. Get over that big ugly candle right there. GE setting up short. GE's been a favorite. It has been, look at that. It has been a dynamo. It's time for it to take a rest. It's time for profit taking to come in. Let it come in. Let it come back a little bit. Good looking short, blue ice failure setting up now. MU is still a bullish chart. But are we set up for a pullback? There's certain rules in trading that I think everyone should follow. For instance, here we broke out. You've got a gap. I always count gap as a day. The reason I do that is go back and look at the sticks, the candlesticks here, the price action. You want to look at size of them. So what you've got is a candlestick that size. When's the last time MU put a candlestick in that size and just kept going? It doesn't work that way. All right. If there's something that happens that's one-off, and that's what this would be. This would be a one-off. It's going to get caught up. It will catch up to itself. It always does. So, buying MU up here. I think MU is still bullish. We just need to wait for the setup. Let it come back. Let it come back a little bit. PIN. I think PIN is still a nice chart. I missed getting in PIN. Rounded bottom breakout here. Here we are with that dotted deuce again. Everybody needs to have that on your charts as far as I'm concerned. That is a top-notch moving average right there. So let it set up. Let it set up again. If it wants to pull back, it's still bullish as long as it stays within your bullish trend. And your bullish trend is what you want it to be. Your bullish trend is what you want it to be. Now, there's some standards. There are standards out there. Connect the lows. That's something. I'm real big on price above the T-line above the trend indicator, that's bullish for me. That's bullish. So this is still a bullish chart, but it's not a buyable chart till it sets up, okay? That's the important thing. Let it set up. All right. Okay. Does anyone have any charts you want to look at? Sorry, I wasn't very... This morning is kind of... I don't know. I've got a weird attitude about the market today. I think we really need to be careful out there. Hey, Jim. That's why you like this part of your morning session. A lot of education. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it. And if anyone has any charts, let me see if something's popping up on the scanner here. Now let's see what HPQ is doing here. See, HPQ might be setting up. Let's get rid of this right here. What I'm going to like is if it breaks out. You don't have to, remember, you don't have to buy everything on the cheap. You really don't. Hey, Devinder, you're looking at TNDM. Are you looking long or short, Devinder? Give me a helping hand here. And the reason I have to ask this is because I know people that would look at this short and I look at it long. And I know people that would look at it long. So, you know, I don't know sometimes how you're looking at it. So you're looking at it short. I would think that it's going to come back and test that 50-period moving average and those lows right in there. I would think that, yes. There's nothing about this chart that says long, that's for sure, for short-term trading, okay? Overall, that's still a very bullish trending chart right now. It's just having a pullback. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Look at that. That's still an extremely bullish chart at the moment. For the longer term, for the bigger picture. But for a trading picture, yeah, I think we end up getting down here to the 50. We may see a little pop to the upside. And then we have this gap over here that we might get into. Okay, so watch that. But right now, yeah, I would say it's short. American Express, short, absolutely. Look at that. That is a, yeah. Here we've got the trend indicator coming through the 50-period moving average. Moving average crossovers. I think that's a sweet way to trade. You know, it's like a recent, you know, the way we would write a scan on the LTA scanner is, say, a recent moving average crossover. In this case, we might look for one where trend indicators crossing down through the 50-period moving average. Then we might look for, you know, add to it. You know, we want that entry now, so we might look for that 3-8 trap or something like that. But this absolutely looks short. You know, whether or not it's a buy right now, you might already be in it, Mike. But absolutely, we can come down here and you know, very easy. Take a look at where price action has been before. And then I always want to look at those moving averages. I do a lot with moving averages because their trend lines is what they are. And so, yeah, I absolutely see more downside on that too. Another way we might take a look at this too is let's draw a line down here. This would be the ultimate of targets, I think, right through here. I think that would be the ultimate of targets. So let's take that and then go up to the top here. And then, so we've got the top. There's, I think, like I say, ultimate of targets, come right down here, 186.80. We're right now approaching that 50% area. 50% area is that middle, the middle one there. The top and bottom is just sort of an area, is all it is. So this also can pull in, you know, a little bit of a bounce. And then let's see if that can't come down further. Excellent looking short, Mike, yeah. Excellent looking. And you're in GE too, yeah. So last night I think I posted here. I was out yesterday afternoon and I got back just barely in time, and I did buy some puts on PGR here, and you can see PGR is trying to find some bullishness, which, hey, price has been here before, so that's expected. That's not a shocker. That's not a surprise. It shouldn't be, oh my God, you know. I'm not worried about it. the overall trend right now is still down. We have a top here, very nice top. Trend indicators below the 50 period moving average. Price can move around. So anyway, yeah, there's one that I right at the close yesterday I got. Okay, I am about at my time here now. We'll see everybody here in about 25 minutes. Market opens up. Let's try to have some fun. Happy Friday to everybody. Thank you for being here. Trade smart. Remember, the number one rule is to protect your capital, okay? Protect your capital. You know that most people, not all, when you blow your trading capital, you never come back to trading. Think about that. Most people can't, it's not that you don't come back. You can't come back because that's a chunk of money, and it's hard to justify doing that again. So protect your capital, educate first, then trade. We'll see everybody in about 25 minutes.